our county and local leaders across Central Texas are preparing, and so we want to get some insight from them today.
So joining us here in studio this afternoon to talk more about what that involves is Travis County Judge Andy Brown. Judge Brown, welcome, and thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So just a few moments ago, meteorologist Tommy House mentioned that a winter storm warning is in effect for all of Central Texas from late Friday until Sunday afternoon. So let's start with what the county is doing right now to try to prepare for that.
Yeah, so we started early. I called a meeting of the Big Five that we had on Tuesday afternoon. So that's the county, the city, UT, ACC, and AISD. We all meet during these occasions regularly to see what decisions we're going to make sure that we're all coordinating. And on that call, we set a cadence for the rest of the meetings to make decisions about what we're doing. And your weather person pointed out really well that this is something that changes minute by minute.
Sure.
And so we're trying to make sure that we are well prepared for whatever is going to happen, and that we're helping get the word out about the conditions that we're going to have, but also that every county department, every city department, that we're doing the things that we need to do. Like our road crews are out brining as well, just like TxDOT is on big intersections here in the county with the brine. And then if we do get ice on the roads, they'll head out with the magnesium chloride. So just thinking through all the possibilities, making sure we're well prepared.
Yeah, we talk about the county perspective, but if we zoom in a little bit more to what people out there can do, your constituents, what would you like them to keep in mind as they get ready too?
Yeah, so make sure that you have a warm place to stay and that you have some preparations in case you have to stay there a while. I mean, we all went through Uri a couple years ago. People do not expect this to reach that level, but it is always good to prepare for that level.
Yeah.
And so that means having water for several days, having food for several days, having medicines for several days, things like that. And then, of course, do the basics. Bring your plants in this weekend. It's going to kill a lot of plants here in Austin and Travis County. Put things over your pipes so that they don't freeze on the faucets outside in particular. Make sure that your pets are inside. You're not allowed to leave pets outside in this kind of conditions. So, yeah, people need to do that preparation because that lets the first responders respond to people that aren't able to do that.
Yeah.
So many things that people are probably thinking through today, and you mentioned the storm in 2021. You know, as you noted, leaders are not expecting this to be the same level, but we want people to be prepared. We'll note that in Travis County, nearly 30 people lost their lives during that storm. And so the gravity of that, I think, sits with a lot of people when we start to prepare for a storm like this. Tell us, what steps has Travis County taken to respond and with resources that might look different than what we had in place back in 2021?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the pre-brining on the streets is an obvious one. We're also, I've spent this morning and the last few days reaching out to all the organizations that are going to help with this response. So that ranges from the Red Cross to ADRN to the food bank, the Central Texas Food Bank, and others, making sure that they're on alert for this and that they're doing the preparations. And the good news is that they are. So the food bank has large stockpiles of water this time. I know that was obviously an issue in Uri when things went really bad with the power going out and then the water going out. But yeah, the local churches as well are working to set up potential shelters for people that need warm places to stay. And of course, the city is going to activate their shelters as needed. Cap Metro, I've talked to them as well. They're going to provide transportation for people as they need it to get to those places. So, you know, it's a big team effort that we are doing everything that we can to prepare for the worst and hoping that it's you know, that people stay warm and safe and things like that.
Yeah, as all these resources are getting marshaled across many different departments and different levels of government, what is the effort to try to get the word out to people? What are some of those communication tactics that you all are trying to do to spread the word to community out there?
Yeah, so this is obviously one of them.
Sure.
Another big one is Warren Central Texas that sent an alert out earlier today. So everybody right now should double check that they're signed up for that. So Warren Central Texas, you go there, you put your cell phone number in or your email to get alerts, and we'll be able to tell people what they need. But that's the number one way, I think, to get to stay aware of all of these emergencies that are happening is Warren Central Texas.
Judge, I have so many questions for you, but one of the biggest ones that comes to mind is a lot of us maybe aren't medically vulnerable or aren't especially vulnerable, although the cold can affect anyone in this kind of storm. But something we saw a lot in previous storms is not just folks needing to come to warming centers, but folks who need help resources coming to them. Is there anything that you can tell people from a county level or from those partners that you mentioned of if someone is stuck in their house and needs some kind of urgent help? Of course, 911, but what resources are there for those medically vulnerable people?
Yeah, that's a 911 situation. If your power goes out and you have an oxygen tank, anything like that, absolutely call 911. In Uri, we had ADRN actually helped organize a group of volunteers that had four-wheel drive vehicles that would go out and take supplies for non-life-threatening things, like there were diapers, there were some medications. I remember we actually worked with FedEx and ADRN to get someone's medicine out of some luggage at the airport. So. Yes, as needed. That is why we talk ahead of time to groups like ADRN, Austin Travis County EMS. I know they came and talked to you earlier, but they're a huge. Their community paramedics do a lot of that work. So if there is any kind of need that people are concerned about, you could call 311 now, or of course 911 if there's ever anything that's life-threatening, and they'll triage it to get what you need.
Certainly important information to share out there. And Judge Brown, we appreciate you coming in and talking more about this. And of course, we'll stay in touch over these next few days. But thank you again.
Yeah, thanks all both. Appreciate it.